My name is Hemant Oberoi and I am a chef. The thing I know best is cooking, so I try to spread joy through my food. I want not only the taste of food to capture imaginations, but also the sound, the look, the feel, and the scent. That's what motivates me to experiment with the food. Now, people's expectation from me has reached sky high. Most of the times, I don't disappoint. But there are times in my life where even my skills were tested to its limits. Those times when I was asked to cook for internationally traveled connoisseurs of food and styles, celebrities, who are used to the best and the finest. What could one cook for them has indeed been a challenge. That's when I had to dive into my innermost creativity and outdo even my best. It's in these circumstances that I have come out with some of my most celebrated dishes. So let me share my experiences and journeys into some of my most iconic dishes. The blood of East and West. East is East, West is West, and never the twain shall meet, till earth and sky stand presently at God's great judgment seat. But there's neither East nor West, border not breed nor birth, when two strong men stand face to face, though they come from the ends of the earth. When two strong men meet from the different parts of the earth, the person in question is the Prime Minister John Major from Britain. And when he was visiting us, I would not leave any stone unturned to get the authentic spices, authentic flavors, and let them know what we serve over here is very, very authentic and yet beautifully presented, beautifully flavored dishes of the world, and we are proud of Indian cuisine, how we serve. We came to know about 2 weeks prior to the arrival of the Prime Minister John Major that we are having a top-end delegation, and we were told the Prime Minister might be accompanying. We came to know about his dislikings. We found out a lot of details, and we started doing our R&D work. So we decided to give him that kind of a very old recipe of the curry, lamb curry. And it was served even with the potatoes, which are so different. Hello, शेफ ओबरॉय बोल रहा हूँ. एक बहुत VVIP है गेस्ट, उसके लिए तगड़ फूल, चक्री फूल, एक 500 ग्राम, और मेरे को 1 किलो बड़ा वाला मोटा इलायची, काला वाला, ब्लैक कार्डमम, ये तीनों चीज़ ज़रा अर्जेंटली कल भिजवा दीजिए. Indian food in Britain is a very subjective and controversial thing which has been there for years together. There were close to about 9,000 to 10,000 Indian restaurants, so-called Indian restaurants in UK. And I think some of the restaurants were owned by people who have never been to India. And whatever they saw was being popular over there in Britain for the last so many years. They made the same curries and they served the same food, which was appreciated by the locals without knowing the authenticity, what is back home. Chicken tikka masala has been a very controversial dish actually. Britishers claim it came from there. Punjab claims it came from there. And nobody knows the actual authentic. But during my visits to Ludhiana, and I had seen that about 50 years back also, we had seen this chicken tikka masala being served. It's a red chicken tikka masala, which was being directly taken out of the tandoor, tossed with the spices and chilies and ginger and the capsicum. That was the chicken tikka masala. And I was also shocked that time when I see the chicken tikka masala in a yellowish, creamish curry kind. So we do not know whether they are so used to it and they don't like this kind of a tikka masala. But I think the origin is still very much with India. My way of looking at Dum Ki Sunheri Nalli sauces that I add along with the onion tomatoes, I add about 10% of the cashew nuts. And it's flavored with the saffron and the whole garam masala as well as the powdered garam masala, which is homemade. So the cashew nuts give a very silky, smooth, different touch to the entire gravy. And saffron brings out the best of it, out of all the spices. Morning, chefs.
Morning.
Morning, chef.
Morning,
Morning, chef.
Morning, sir.
Here we have something very authentic spices. We just got it from our vendors in Kerala. And these are amazing, amazing spices. You can see the flavor. So let's get going. Started. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay, sure.
let's go. The lamb shank was marinated basically with the ginger garlic paste, salt, and the chilies. It takes about 24 hours to produce these kind of dishes because you marinate the meats first for a few hours. And then you get back to the cooking, make the sauces, strain the sauces, finishing of sauces, then again braise the lamb into those sauces. So that it takes about a cycle of 24 hours. Onions. We'll add the tomatoes. Coriander powder. So now you can add cashew nuts. Put more water and let it cook. Yeah. You can put it on slow. Right. And let it simmer. It in the Bajaj blender. Let's put it in that. Make it very fine pasted. Then we'll sear the lamb shank. Pour the sauce into the lamb shank. Let it cook for about 2.5 to 3 hours. It's a slow cooking process. That's why it's called Dum Ki Nalli. Dum Ki Sunheri Nalli is the Indian version of it. For me, curry in a hurry is my biggest worry. So I don't want the cooking to be done in a hurry. It takes its own time. I think if something has to simmer, to be stewed, it should be done that way, so that the flavors are not lost. Bajaj oven can do wonders. You can bake, you can do anything in those ovens. So let's get ready for plating.
Yes.
For me, this kind of a meal is a complete meal in itself. It's a redefining the Indian cuisine, presenting it beautifully, and eating with your eyes first, and then later on it's suiting your palate. While the British have the scones, the French have got the bread, the Middle Eastern people have got pita bread, and the Chinese have got the baos. We have naan, we have parathas, and we have a lot of breads. So what different I can do to please my VIP guests? I had seen a bottle of peri-peri olives. In that, they do the pitting of the olives and they put the peri-peri chilies inside. I think this sweet, sour, spicy flavors, which came all into one, they added the zing to the food. So I thought, let me use this, chop it up and use this on the naan. Can you show me the dough, please?
Yes.
Slight salt.
Slightly.
We have to control the quantity of the chili olives. Too many of these chili olives can spoil the taste of the naan and as well as whatever you are eating with it. So one has to be very careful with the experience how many olives should be sliced and put on top. This chili olive naan has to be served directly. It has to be taken directly from the tandoori oven and rushed to the tables. HOT drink actually though was created because my team members wanted to create certain dishes. So we were trying to work out cocktails, mocktails, not even cocktails. We brought the Vintails, which is the wine-based cocktails. And we wanted to create some of the juices, fresh juices cocktails. So that's how this creation came up. Basic flavor of HOT are it is a spiced tomato juice, which is the base, and it is topped with a basil espuma. So the fresh basil gives such a beautiful aroma to the whole dish that people can drink about 2 glasses of that. You know, when the Prime Minister went back, and there was a message from 10 Downing Street to us as well as to Bombay Brasserie in London that Prime Minister had this curry. Can this be reproduced in London? So our chefs called up and they wanted to find out what we had served. So when I explained the whole thing to them, yeah, this is the way this curry was made. They remade the curry and sent it to 10 Downing Street. And from that time onward, it was started as a John Major curry.